On March 14th, or 3/14th, we celebrate Pi Day. It's Pi Day because the magical number pi is equal to 3.14159265358979. Well, it actually goes on for a long time. Forever, in fact. So where did this number actually come from, and what is it all about? Well, what makes pi fantastic is that it's a number that you can use to determine the circumference of a perfect circle based on just the diameter. People have known for a long time that the circumference of a circle is related to the diameter somehow by some number, but it took a very long time and a very smart guy to figure out exactly what that number should be. And of course, by exact, I mean to figure it out pretty closely. Even to this day, we are still figuring out pi. Originally, people probably used a round object and string to figure out pi. Taking your string and wrapping it around your round object and marking where the ends touch, you could then lay the string out flat and measure how long it is. That length would be your circumference. And they noticed that the circumference was about 3 and a little bit more than the length of diameter. Maybe 3.1 or 3.2. They could get it close, but they couldn't get it really, really close. That was until Archimedes came along. Archimedes was a really smart guy, and he'd had the idea of measuring the circumference by comparing it to things he could measure. For example, a square. With a square, it's very easy to measure the perimeter, or how long all the sides come up to. With 4 sides, and easily measuring one side, you know it's just 4 times that one side. His genius was to take a circle, draw a square on the outside that fit perfectly to the edges, then draw a square on the inside that perfectly fit to the edges, and measure those 2 perimeters. He knew that the circumference of the circle was somewhere between the 2 perimeters of the larger and smaller square. Now add a side to your square. Now add another side to that, and add another side to that. As your polygon gets more and more sides, it begins to get closer to the shape of a circle. You can see with the poorly drawn octagon that the shape is much closer to the true shape of a circle. The perimeter of the outer octagon, constrained by the outer sides of the circle, is slightly larger than the circumference of the circle, and the perimeter of the inside octagon, constrained by the inside sides of the circle, is slightly smaller than the circumference of the circle. With the squares and a radius of 0.5, we could see that pi was somewhere between 2.8 and 4, and with octagons, somewhere between 3.06 and 3.31. Archimedes continued to calculate the perimeter of higher-sided shapes until he got to 96 sides. With 96 sides, you are very close to looking like a circle. This gives you a pi of 3.14187, and so on. 99.99% accurate to the pi we know today.